Hey guys, Steve Welch here with another product review for you. So got a really cool 4K dash cam for you guys here. So wanted to go ahead and go over this for you. Going to definitely have a link in the description for it, but let's see kind of what we think. We're going to unbox it here, and we'll see about the install and how that goes. All right, so let's take a look on the inside and we'll see what it looks like. Split a little bit, but that's all right. First thing you notice is always owner's manual, I'm sure. So, yep, got a question, gives you a way to get service. That's interesting. So it's got a couple of covers, it looks like, for the screen. So that's interesting. So, and then you got your operation guide here, of course. So, not bad at all. So let's see. Inside of here, you've got your main camera, of course. You always want to remember to remove those. You'll get a blurry picture usually through those. But it's got capture everything. And then I like this. On the back, you have a view that you can look at. Obviously, this will pull itself off as all the get started thing here, but another camera on the back, so you can actually have it to where you can watch the interior and you can watch the front here. So pretty cool. You got your USB connection up here, so that's a pretty decent one too. All your buttons down here, the bottom over here, there's a reset, so that's pretty good. But we'll find out what the buttons do. I'm guessing one of those will be your capture, of course. Power button over here, and then that's for your SD memory card. So far so good, right? So let's open this up here. So once we open this, so USB. So this is a C-style USB that's normally for connecting to the camera. Something that we look at too. So this is your long cord. So this is normally for a back camera. And here's our main power cord. What else do we got? This looks like the way that we mount it. So I was kind of curious on this, and there we go. So there's our USB. So very interesting. It looks like this just kind of pops in, so you can pull it out if you want to. This looks like a double stick face tape, so this will actually stick up on your vehicle, so that way you can just stick it, and then if you want to pull it up or pull it down, it's very easy to do that, it would look like. But definitely this, I'm positive, goes right here. And then what else do we have? And here's our back camera. Always like to note that whenever you have a back camera, it's nice to have this little connection that's right here. And part of the reason that that's nice to have is that when you plug this in, you're gonna have the two pieces will end up coming together. And when they end up coming together, you can actually go through a smaller hole, like if you've attached it to the back of the car, or if you have to route it in a way to where either the cord, you wouldn't want to just pull the cord all the way through, or if the camera wouldn't slide easily into something. So definitely like that. Here is something that is major. It comes with the SD card. A lot of the ones that you'll find, this is a 32 gig, won't come with any kind of an SD card. This one comes with an SD card, so I want to say that's a really good thing. So if you're looking at something and this one's the same price as another one, realize that the other one you're looking at might not have the SD card with it. So not a huge deal. A lot of times people might try to go a little bit bigger than a 32 gig, but at least they give it to you. Definitely want to say that's a good thing for this company. All right, so to install, very easy here. So you've got a 3M tape that's on the back of this little panel here. It pops off very easy. So it just kind of goes, you can kind of take a look at the inside there. It just pops off very easy. What I would suggest to do is to make sure that you know which way is up, because it does matter on this. So make sure that you know which way is up and that you keep the orientation of this correct. All right, so I know that this is the top, right? So once you look at it, you'll see, that's, you'll know how to do it, right? So I want to make sure that that's right. It looks like it has a little dash right here that'll actually help you. So it's on the upper end of it and in the center there. So pay attention to that when you're going to install it. After that, you're going to go ahead and you're going to peel the back side of this, and they show hooking it up to the window just off to the right to the passenger side. I'm sure everybody will put it in their own spot, of course, but we'll peel that off and we'll kind of get an idea of where we're going to go with it. Okay, so I've peeled off the back and I've just went ahead and I've just put it on the camera. I think that might be a little bit better of an idea, so that I'm sure that I get the orientation right and I'm sure I put it where I want it. Like I said, I mean, there's a lot of them showing being put on windows. I think I'm actually looking to put it up here on mine, just because of how I think I want to use it. So we're gonna hook that there, make sure that this still looks good. Not quite sure how it's going to work with that camera, but we'll see. I think that'll probably still work all right. So, but let's do it this way and we'll see how this works. All right, so the wire that you get, it's got a USB-C style connection on the back of it. I've already showed you that in our unboxing, of course. Now they suggest running it. You get some pieces with the unit that are in this bag here that will help you to be able to route the cable around, and it shows going around the windshield glass and that. Luckily for me, I don't have to worry as much about that because I actually have a power port up here. So I have a power port very, very close to where I'm going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this in. The plug, and I'll move my mirror here, the plug is up top right there. So that's the plug that you're using for that. Plugs in very easily right there. And then I can actually plug her directly here. You'll also see on the back side, there's another USB that's back here in case you need to use it for a USB. So it gives you an additional plug-in. That's not a bad idea, right? But you're seeing now, so I've got this plugged in, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna peel this cover off of here. I peeled this cover off of there, and now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to install the back camera. Even though I don't have it routed yet, I'm going to install that. This is going to install for the back camera, which will install up top up here, right? Okay, and we can reset this, and I don't have this tightened down yet, which just make sure you tighten this down so that it stays in one spot, right? Okay. And then you'll see your plug, right? If you look in here, watch the notch that's up top here, because that's going to be important on where you plug in the back camera. Your back camera looks like this. Also has your 3M attachment there for you. Put it on a back window or that. But you're going to plug this in to where these go together. And you'll see this notch that's on there. You're going to line that notch up with the other notch that is on the unit, so where it'll go together just like this. All right. Okay, and now what you'll see, you have the front, the back, and now you can see this one is moving around on the bottom, but upside down. So you always want to make sure that's right. But now you can see the top left, the one for interior, and you also have the one for the exterior, or sorry, for the rear. So you have the one for the top, which is the top left, you have the interior, and you have your rear camera right there, so you can watch all points. Also want to note up here too, if you're going to lock your video, boom, hit that, you're going to lock that video, so it's now recording up here, so you're going to see it recording. So if something happens and you need to record, boom, that's where you do it. So what's left? All that's left now is routing your back camera to where you want it. So if you have a trunk, if you are running it through the trunk, now I'll note that one of the reasons this thing comes apart like that is because if you have to put maybe a little hole or something like that in there to route that through, you're not trying to route some long wire, or you're not trying to route the camera through, so you don't have to make some big hole. There are a lot of ways that you can actually get that to where it's going to work. Some people, I've seen them just do different things with like the back window, which is probably the best idea, is to just put it in your back window. we'll figure out what I'm going to do here, but impressed with the camera so far. We're going to look at how it looks as it records, and we'll show you that here right now. So, what's the verdict, right, guys? It's a nice camera, right? It has a good picture on it. It does everything you'd expect a web camera to do. Gives you the front picture, the back picture, and the interior. A lot of them don't give you the interior. You can record sound, of course, the crash detection, all of the stuff that, like I said, is very, very important, I think, for a dash camera to do now, right? What's your negatives? Well, personally, I think that I would like a suction cup, so that it'd be a little bit easier to try to move it from car to car, or possibly even a second plate, so that you can move it from car to car. Not everybody has a dash cam or a dash cam in each car. A little bit nitpicky there, but I'd like the ability to do that, or at least the ability to buy one that was specific for this camera. I think, when it comes down to like the wires and that, there's not really that much of a better way to do it. I mean, it's, for my truck, I'd rather they be situated a little bit different, but that's my truck. It's not necessarily everybody else's. This is probably in the right spot for most people, so it's not really something that I can say negative about it. Very easy to use. Very, obviously you hit the record button, it records. Like that it does the time. It gives you a big clock that's right in the middle of the area there. So I do like that. Yeah, overall, it's definitely a recommend. I've taken some time to make this video just because, number one, I let the manufacturer know that I would do that, and number two, that I wanted to get some good video from the dash cam itself. I wanted to also get some time with it to see if it heated up, if there was issues with, using it, things like that. I've used this for, a little over a week now, just kind of playing with this part of it. And like I said, it's very useful. Love that it came with the SD card, although, like I said before, in other cases, a lot of times people will go with a larger one, so that's not really a pro or a con, really. I mean, it's just I just like that they at least gave the ability that out of the box you can plug this in and use it. You don't have to worry about waiting for something else, getting something else, anything like that. So there it is, guys. So tell me what you think about the dash camera here, and I will link this in our description, and you guys can let me know what you think. Feel free to get yourself one. I think this would be a good one for you to get. So Steve Welch with your product review of the day here. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.